Hello everyone, this is a bug highlight session of Prison Architect. Let's take a look at the madhouse. Right, you may recognize this. This is actually the prison that was featured in the official video for Alpha 32. It is the complete hellhole. Holding over 1,000 prisoners, though not anymore. It's going down, and over 1,000 slows my computer down a little bit, even though I've got a Core i3. So this prison kind of represents the extreme end of nasty prisons you can create, having everyone locked up in solitary cells and completely locked down 24 hours a day. But it does actually illustrate that the game is kind of still broken at this point. Now, I've double checked this with other scenarios, making sure that victory conditions are turned on, but as you see here, the actual capacity for prisoners is a lot higher than the number of prisoners that are there, and it seems that when this is the case, if they're not actually assigned to a proper cell, the game doesn't seem to register their existence as far as deaths are concerned. I changed the amount of guards trying to save money, and it completely screwed up the meal delivery, and it is now unrecoverable. I've tried to recover from it, but they're just dying left and right. You can see that they just die off there. So everybody can die and go unconscious. Let me accelerate the scenario a little. Yeah. Yeah, everybody died, and no one cared. Didn't get a call from the governor or anything like that. And again, yes, I have tested this with an earlier prison. This particular mechanic. No, I don't care about mods. Yeah, again, far more prisoners, absolutely zero capacity, meaning that they're never even taken out of their handcuffs. And again, these can all starve to death, and you're not going to get anything. Now, I don't know if the victory conditions are turned off, but again, I tested it with a prison of my own making, and it does indeed seem to be the case. So, as of Alpha 33, Prison Architect is a game where you don't actually have to build a prison. They will just stand there, peeing and shitting themselves. which is an interesting concept, but I don't think either this or the Hellhole prison, which is actually called Got Medieval, should be... I don't think you should be capable of doing that with victory conditions turned on. I'll just switch to another prison now. We'll look at some other issues. Now, food distribution. Yeah, that is working again. There was a bug which I now cannot reproduce, but it was refusing to assign cooks and meals to this canteen. I thought it had something to do with it not being walled off. It seems fine now, but for whatever reason it wasn't working. Alright, let's take a look at some of these cells. So we now have a new cell grading system. I built this before the grading system was in place. Put the showers outside. So I was going to point out that the outdoor windows didn't seem to be registering, but they now are. And this is before the next alpha's out. Are we doing hotfixes now? Okay. But anyway, the shower business. Right, obvious question is that showers have been assigned a specific room, and this is recognised in the regime and the policies, and when it's shower time they want to go to the specific room. So is this gonna muck that up by having showers in the cell? Because the other obvious issue is, if you do actually mark out a section of the cell as shower, presumably that no longer registers as a shower head in the cell. And also the game throws a paddy. It says that the room isn't enclosed anymore, and yeah, it's a mechanic I don't like. So showers need to be rethought, I think. I mean, the cell clearly is enclosed. It's just that I've now marked that part off. Yeah, so also, interestingly enough, we can attach showers to thin air. I like outdoor showers, it's kind of been a thing with me, but requirements for a wall maybe? Because that is literally just attached to thin air and it's floating there. Makes sense inside, because obviously it'd be attached to the ceiling, but it's just floating. Spooky. Right, one small point which I'm just going to highlight here is the grass bleeding into the walls, which looks kind of messy, and it happens a lot with prisons as well. It's kind of a visual glitch. Yeah. Look at that. It's actually it's completely bleeding into the walls there. I know we need to hire gardeners, but that is literally just phasing into the solid material. So while I'm in Newgrounds, still a serious issue I have with cell quality. Yeah, that's not registering a chair, but look, see, that is a sofa. That is a bloody sofa. It's not bloody, it's quite clean, but you know, I have put a comfortable sitting object there, and it counts for nothing. So come on, that needs to be an and/or. Give me credit for putting sofas in cells, please. Really, because these should all be grade 4, easily. Alright, so that was a quick bug highlighting nitpick. One thing I have noticed is definitely that doctors and nurses are now more useful. I've definitely noticed that they're now coming out of the infirmary, wandering around and efficiently finding wounded prisoners and healing them. So that's great. So that's an improvement of pathfinding, which I will be talking about in the next session.